You've got to stop believing the illusions. You've got to stop believing other people more than yourself. If you have crazy dreams, crazy visions, or well, you've labeled them crazy, and maybe they are extraordinary, you've got to stop buying into the limitations of other people. And you have to let your vision be bigger than your fear. And I know you have that inside of yourself. Your job is to stop believing the stories, the lies on it is hard, it's not possible for me. Any crazy story that you feel inside of yourself, identify that as a lie, identify that as an illusion, and really anchor in your inner knowing that I know you have, that that's actually the life that is meant for you and that you can absolutely have it. And if you don't believe me, if you're like, but like, are they lies? Maybe it's actually true. I mean, everybody's saying it. Listen, I had this realization many years ago that I am the result of my parents' limiting beliefs. And I love my parents, but the stuff that, let's say, my mom believed is what I've been conditioned to believe throughout my life. And my mother probably learned this from her mother and her mother. So my grandma, she maybe had that from her mom, right? And it's like, we are raised and we don't filter. We're kids and we see our parents as these big idols and we just take on those beliefs. But just because we believe them now does not make them true. And with this understanding, I could release so many limiting beliefs that I previously had because they no longer felt like ultimate reality, but almost like opinions on what's possible. And my mom or whoever can choose to believe X, Y, and Z is not possible, and I can choose that it's absolutely possible for me, and you can absolutely choose that it's possible for you. And I'm really hoping that that's exactly what this video is going to do for you, because I spent years having those wild dreams, having those wild visions, knowing exactly the kind of life that I wanted, but on the outside, like everybody that I was sharing those visions with, they were thinking that I was crazy. And still inside of myself, I somewhat knew that it was possible for me, but because of all the outside noise and me not realizing that I was just conditioned to believe that it's not possible, I felt like I had no choice. When I realized that I had a choice to choose what I want to believe, everything changed. And with that, I also realized that my life story, or what I thought was my life story, what I created for myself as my life story, was also just an interpretation of me. So if I had decided that certain things in my past have been hard, made me the person that I am today, it's just a story that I've created and I can recreate the story. I can rewrite that story for myself to help myself in the now to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in the ways that I want to do it. Because let's be honest, I don't want to fucking work hard for what I want. I don't want to have to fight for it. I want life to just feel fun, feel good, and just be amazing. And so within that, a lot of us, we have to choose not only that it's possible and that what we've been conditioned to believe is not the ultimate truth, but within that, we also have to choose the way that we want to have it. So it's not just what do we want, but also how do you want it? Because again, most people will tell us you have to work super hard, only a few chosen people will make it. Lies, 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 lies. Those are the limiting beliefs that belong to the other people, and you can refuse to believe them. And this is, by the way, really something that I use all the time. Whenever I notice a thought creep in of like, oh, that's not possible, you're not good enough, blah, 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 I literally tell myself I refuse to believe that. Do you feel how when you say that, it instantly puts you back into your power? It instantly puts you back into a place of, I have a choice and I'm choosing rather than being a victim to my circumstances. And now, of course, depending on what your vision is, the exact steps will be different for all of us. But what I have found to be one of the most important steps is what I just said. Realizing that you're not crazy and that what you want is absolutely possible for you rather than buying into the illusions, the lies of other people. Well, they're not lies to them. For them, that's their ultimate reality. That's their truth. And maybe they haven't realized that that's just a story that they're telling themselves, and they think they need to protect you, convince you that it is the ultimate truth, but you can refuse to believe that. And I want to tell you a little story, because ever since I was like 14 years old, I always had this huge fascination with business class. I remember being at the airport, and I think it was like entering the airplane when I realized there are these really, really big chairs. Why am I not sitting there? And that's when I learned that business class exists. And ever since that moment, I was like, ooh, like that looks a lot more comfortable. That looks a lot more fun. And then in 2019, I was traveling to Los Angeles with my brother, and I had booked economy because, you know, business class seemed crazy, but very much desired for me. And when I got to the airport, I decided I'm not gonna let that be decided by fate. I want to sit in business class. And so I went to that desk to ask if I could upgrade my flight. Turns out I could. I think it was actually like $1 less than I had set myself as like my upper maximum that I'd be willing to pay. Shortly after, I walk into the business class lounge, and I'm just like, I feel at home. This feels amazing. I just had a blast. It was even better than I thought. And, you know, flying back, I did not upgrade. And in that time, I decided for myself, I'm gonna fly business class on long haul flights from this moment on. Was I wealthy and able to pay for that? Technically, on paper, no. But I decided it was what I wanted so bad, and I was just not willing to not turn that into reality. Everyone that I told this thought I was nuts, thought I should be more humble, thought I should just be happy with even having the opportunity to travel. And in a way, they were right, but I still wanted to sit in business class whenever I have a long haul flight. Right now, as I'm recording, this is 2025. And ever since that day of me deciding, I have been flying business class on long haul flights. There were so many moments in between when I was wobbling, when I thought maybe they were right, maybe I can't do it, am I being irresponsible? But every single time I did it. And if I can tell you one thing, when you want something badly, it's meant for you, you can have it. Don't buy into the limitations of other people. If you want something, go fucking get it and decide. Because I think if I hadn't like made that commitment with myself, if I had made it like a wish instead of I'm claiming that, I don't think I would have done every single flight since that day in business class. Because when you claim something, you make it yours, and you stop putting a question mark behind it and you put an exclamation point instead. And I'm telling you, this has moved mountains for me. But if you're not choosing, life is choosing for you. Your past, your limitations, the stories of other people will decide for you. So you gotta take active ownership, active responsibility for your dreams, and be unhinged, unapologetic about what other people say about that decision. It does not matter for your life. You gotta do you, and they can do them, and we don't have to hate them for doing them. That's fabulous for them, but you cannot let your life choices be dictated by other people. Some people will say, you're delusional, you're crazy, it's not possible. That's not a radio you have to listen to. You have to listen to the radio that's your vision. The things that you see in front of your inner eyes, that's all you need to know. And you don't have to be led, this is what I always say, you don't have to be led by eyesight, but by vision. So you don't have to be led by what you're seeing, by the circumstances that are surrounding you right now, but be led by the vision that you have in your mind, the vision you see in front of your inner eye, the vision that you feel in your heart. That is what's gonna be leading you into the life beyond your wildest dreams. And so I hope that this video inspired you. I hope this video made you want to jump up and do something to turn your dreams into reality. And like I said, it doesn't have to be hard work. It doesn't have to be hustling. It doesn't have to be forcing and pushing and, oh my God, it's so hard, but I'm doing it. You can literally decide that you want it easy and call that in for yourself, claim that for yourself, as I've claimed those business class flights. Which, by the way, one of the flights, I I've actually gotten gifted, which I never thought was possible. And that's just one more reason to make those declarations and believe that it's possible for you in the ways that you desire. Now, if this was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to receive more content like that. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. This is where I share more day-to-day living inside of my dream life. Always just hoping to inspire you to live a big life, to live out loud, to live with your heart open, to embrace your feminine energy. Please follow along, say hi in my DMs, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.